Good afternoon. This lighting. I may move the camera around a little bit, guys. Let's see. There we go. I wanted to get on here today. I am live from the Branson, Missouri RV Lakeside Park inside the clubhouse because I just got done working out and I have tendinitis in my right elbow that I've been dealing with for a few months. Now I know I could be over this issue with my elbow, but I don't do enough of my exercises to do it. So I thought I will do them in front of you today to teach you if you have tendinitis in your elbow or somewhere to take care of it yourself at home. Because when you go to the doctor and you have tendinitis in your elbow or anywhere, they want to give you a cortisone shot. And that's great temporary relief, but all a cortisone shot does is block your receptors from feeling pain. We want to take care of the problem, not just make the pain go away temporarily, but we never fix the true issue. So if you don't know what tendinitis is, it is inflammation on your tendon. Tendons tend to, they'll get like abrasiveness on them, they'll get irritated, like the tendon will start to break down and you'll have these little spikes. I mean, I'm just giving you an illustration of like little cuts that kind of come up like you would on your skin, and those cuts get inflamed and that inflammation causes pain. And the way to deal with that is to make those cuts or those extra pieces that are coming off, you lay them back flat. You want to lay them flat, you want to break it up, lay them back flat so they heal, and then the inflammation goes away. So it's just an inflamed cut in your tendon. That's basically what tendinitis is. That being said, I got this probably 4 or 5 years ago real bad in my elbow, but it was from staining our cabin. That whole project gave me tendinitis and I could not get rid of it. And I refused to go to the doctor, just get a cortisone shot. So I got on YouTube and I found a video on how I could fix this myself. So I'm going to show you how I was able to fix it the first time and how I've added some stuff this time. And I'm going to do the stretches because I need to do them anyway because I worked out today and it was a lot of gripping and a lot of with a bar at the gym. So Ashley, my gym buddy, rocked the house today. She pushed me today on the workout and that was awesome. She did great. Corey did great. Nikki was there, but then I think she did part of the workout. I had to go back to work. But anyway, we have a great group that goes to the CrossFit gym in CrossFit Branson. So if you're looking for a gym, don't be intimidated by the name CrossFit. Go see Nathan. He's great. So anyway, that said, here are the exercises that I do for my tendinitis. So the first one I'll do is I'll stick my hand out. See, it's my right elbow. I have pain here. So I will take my hand and my palm out and I'll take my other hand and I will stretch. And the key that I've found is it's the stretching that makes the tendinitis and stretches those tendons so they will lay flat. Those frays in your tendon will start to lay flat. I was told by my chiropractor the reason that I keep battling the tendinitis or it flares up easier is because when I was 26, I had a shoulder repair surgery of bicep tendons. I tore my bicep tendon in from here to here, and then I had torn it here. This one was torn all the way. This one was partially torn, but they repaired it by cutting it and then drilling it into my shoulder blade. I did all that from my handball career, and that's just what I did. I wore out my tendons, and I had to have surgery to fix it. They told me that I would never get my range of motion back fully. Well, don't ever tell Amber she can't ever do anything because that is like my motivator. I will defy words and what people say. That said, I do pull-ups and do everything fine, but some of the things that come along with it is I have shortened tendons now in my arm. So I can't lock out my arms very well. I'll take this off. I can't lock out my shoulders and my arms very well because of the surgery. And so at the gym, I'm known as the Tin Woman because my flexibility in my shoulders stinks. So like, it's hard to see in this video, but this side here, I can't straighten this elbow completely out. So that being said, my biceps tendon is shorter, which is just more susceptible to getting the inflammation. So I will hold this stretch. I'll work up to a minute. So if it's uncomfortable, you know, I'll work up to a minute, and then I switch and I go to the side, and I'll do that. See, this is why I wanted to do this, because I wanted you guys to see it. Because I needed to do it, and I thought, well, might as well just hop on here and do a video about it. So I'll go to turn this way, turn the other way. You can kind of see in this picture here that my elbow doesn't like to lock out very well. And then I'll do this one where I actually turn my hand down, and I'll just pull this like this. So after I kind of go through these stretches, and these are ones I'll do throughout the day. Like if you watch me at work, like I'll just sit there and stretch. My chiropractor told me to go ahead and like, maybe it's gonna be hard to look at the table. Maybe I'll bring this down. But he wants me to take my arm and stick it on the table. And like for me, this is kind of uncomfortable, but I work up to it. So I stick my palm down. I have my fingers pointing towards my quadricep, and my wrist is pointing directly in front of me. And I will work this stretch here. And I'll hold it, and it feels good, but it's just stretching that bicep tendon, because all those are connected. You know, your bicep tendon goes into your elbow, and then your forearm tendons go into your hand and your wrist. I mean, it all connects. So this stretch here, I'll do this one for a while, and it's just to kind of loosen all that up. And then the final thing that I do and I use is this is called a voodoo band. It's like a compression band. And I got this off Amazon, but what this does is I will wrap this around my wrist and my arm, and I'll try to do it while I got you on here. It's kind of hard with one person. Sometimes I need someone to do it, but the whole point is that I wrap this thing, and I wrap this thing as tight as I can get it. The whole point is to keep your arm straight as you can, wrap it as tight as you can get it, and for about a minute, no more than 2 minutes, because you're cutting off your blood supply. You're wanting to move this around, and that compression helps break up those fragments in your bicep tendon or your elbow tendons or your forearm tendons. All that stuff breaks that up so it can heal, so we can get those to lay down and heal. So I'm going to try to put this on, but it's going to be kind of difficult. Let's see. Sometimes I can do it by myself. There we go. So I started this because it's my elbow. I go below the pain, and then I'll go above the pain. Oops. Hang on, it's slipping. There we go. And you can use this on your knees. You can use it on your arm. Anywhere that you have kind of joint pain, and you can wrap. I've seen people use them on their shoulders. Oops. Hang on. I've seen people use it on their shoulders. I've seen them use it kind of everywhere. And it's just a way to kind of work those areas that are really difficult. So, having a hard time getting this on. Having a hard time getting on. I'll try one more time. If I can't get it on, then we're just going to not do the voodoo band in front of you, and I'm just going to have to go find someone else to wrap it on my arm. So if you're fighting tendinitis, or you have some of these issues, these are just some home things you can do to attend to the issue. Just remember, you know, every time we got to go to the doctor and file that claim and pay that office visit, your copay, the shot, I mean, it's expensive. And like I said, the shot's just a temporary relief. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. I got it. So I'm pulling this thing tight. This is hard for me because I got to kind of keep my elbow as straight as I can to be able to get this all the way on. So I actually go around and onto the elbow. I work it up my bicep. Now, if you can tuck this in at the end of the roll, it's fine. I usually can't, so I just hold it. I hold it like this. See, now my arm's wrapped. And I'm just going to move this around. And it actually feels kind of good. I'm just going to work this band, use the pressure, break up those fragments on my tendon. And then I'll actually do a final stretch on the table again, which I'm probably not going to be able to show the camera unless I scoot back here. Let me scoot back here. There we go. So I'll work this thing like this, and then I'll stretch it best I can. You know, the worst thing in the world is to have a pain that just doesn't quite go away. And I've noticed since the weather's turned colder that my muscles and my tendons want to tense up more, which is natural because that's what happens when you're cold. You know, when you're hot, things flow better, things warm up better, things stretch better. So I'm fighting that right now. So my band is coming loose at the bottom, so then I just let it go. And I do this, you know, a couple times a day, but I haven't been very good at it. I did it yesterday once at work, and that was it. So I hope this helps you. I hope that, you know, if you got any questions, let me know. But I just thought it'd be a nice little tip to help you. And I hope you have a great weekend. And if you have any comments or questions, put them below. If there's anything else you want me to talk about, let's talk about stuff, because that's why we're here. And you guys have a great Friday, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.